In the summer of 1978, in the passionate land of Argentina, the Polish national team stepped onto the world stage as giants. 4 years earlier, they were the golden generation that had shaken the globe by winning the bronze medal at the 1974 World Cup, defeating Brazil and overthrowing other footballing powerhouses. In 1978, under the guidance of coach Jacek Gmoch, Poland brought to South America a squad that was a perfect blend of the experience of seasoned veterans and the explosive energy of rising stars. With their scientific, disciplined, yet spontaneous Eastern European attacking style, they were expected to achieve great things. Although they only reached the second group stage, the names of that team have become immortal in the hearts of Vistula fans. But when the stage lights dimmed, when the cheers from the River Plate stands faded into the past, those heroes returned to the real world, full of twists and turns. Nearly half a century has passed, time like a cold river sweeping away their youth, leaving wrinkles of age on their faces and scars of fate in their souls. Some became powerful tycoons, some chose a secluded life in foreign lands, and some passed away forever with their dreams unfulfilled. Today, let's turn the pages of the lives of these Polish musketeers of 1978. Kazimierz Dana, the lonely captain amidst the ocean of fate. In that Polish team, Kazimierz Dana was the heart and soul of the midfield, a true architect with unparalleled game-reading ability. At 30, wearing the captain's armband, he controlled the tempo of the game with incisive passes and especially his signature Rogel free kick, those deadly curve shots that became his trademark. Dana's performances demonstrated exceptional composure, even when facing immense pressure from his homeland's expectations. After the 1978 tournament, Dana made history by becoming one of the rare Eastern European players allowed to play in Western Europe, joining Manchester City. However, his career in England was not as brilliant as expected due to the language barrier and differences in lifestyle. He decided to move to the United States, joining the San Diego Sockers, where he truly became an icon of early North American soccer. Off the field, Dana was a quiet, somewhat solitary person, always harboring a deep longing for his homeland. He dedicated his time to his family and strived to build a new life in the United States, where he was celebrated as a master of the beautiful game. However, that glorious and tumultuous journey came to an abrupt end. On September 1st, 1989, Kazimierz Dana passed away at the age of 41 in a tragic car accident in San Diego. His death left a huge void in the hearts of fans worldwide. His legacy is not just about goals or beautiful plays, but also a thought-provoking life story of a genius who always sought recognition in faraway lands. Grzegorz Lato, the whirlwind in the wing corridor. If Dana was the brain, then Grzegorz Lato was the lightning-fast legs of Poland. Arriving at the 1978 World Cup at the age of 28, Lato had already won the Golden Boot at the 1974 World Cup. With his distinctive bald head and incredible speed, Lato was a terror to every defense. He played in all 6 matches, scoring 2 goals and consistently being the most dangerous attacking threat on the right flank. Lato's diligence, enthusiasm, and gentle smile became a symbol of the tireless fighting spirit of the White Eagles. After Argentina 78, Lato continued his illustrious career. He rejected Pellé's invitation to go to the United States, instead choosing Belgium, Lokeren, and later Mexico, Atlante, as his retirement destination, where he continued to score goals regularly like a machine. Unlike his teammate Dana, Lato led a post-retirement life that was both powerful and controversial. He entered politics, becoming a senator, and ultimately the president of the Polish Football Federation, PZPN. From a beloved player, he became a manager who faced much criticism for his tough leadership style and administrative scandals. Nevertheless, no one can deny his love for football. At 74, Grzegorz Lato has now retired, living a peaceful life with his family. He still often appears in the stands, his eyes narrowing whenever he sees a sprint from the younger players, as if seeing himself again from his fiery days in South America. Lotto's journey is proof that the glamour of the pitch can be transformed into real power. But sometimes the price to pay is the loss of public affection. Zbigniew Boniek, the flame of youthful pride. In the 1978 squad, Zbigniew Boniek emerged as a phenomenon, a blazing fire ready to burn through any obstacle. At just 22 years old, Boniek possessed arrogance, confidence, and exceptional talent. He scored 2 goals in the tournament, playing with the demeanor of a future leader, signaling the transfer of power from Dana's generation to his own. Boniek didn't just play football, he showcased a style of football fueled by passion and a strong personality. Boniek's career then flourished when he moved to Juventus, forming a legendary partnership with Michel Platini. He was nicknamed Bello di Notte, Beauty of the Night, for his dazzling performances in crucial evening matches. After retiring, Boniek didn't choose a life of ease. He became a successful businessman, a coach, and later, the president of the Polish Football Federation and then vice president of UEFA. Off the field, Boniek was exactly like he was, straightforward, decisive, sometimes harsh, but always authoritative. He was one of the few Eastern European players who achieved tremendous success, both in fame and fortune, in Western Europe at the time. Today, at 68, Zbigniew Boniek remains a godfather of Polish football, his voice still carrying immense weight. He lives a lavish life in Rome and Warsaw, a symbol of complete success, a man who conquered both the football field and the business world with his cool head and passionate heart. Władysław Żmuda, the eternal boulder. At just 24 years old at the 1978 World Cup, Władysław Żmuda played with the composure of a seasoned veteran. He was the heart of the defense, possessing a natural ability to read the game and incredible calmness. Żmuda was a true record holder, participating in 4 World Cups with the Polish national team, an unprecedented achievement. His football wasn't flashy, but absolutely effective, a steel wall protecting his team's goal. Żmuda's club career took him to Italy, Verona, Cremonese, and the United States, New York Cosmos. After retiring, he chose a coaching career, leading the Polish youth teams and serving as an assistant coach for the senior national team. Żmuda was a man of integrity, seriousness, and responsibility. He avoided any scandals, maintaining the image of an exemplary coach. Today, at the age of 70, Władysław Żmuda is enjoying a peaceful retirement. He still regularly participates in league activities and contributes his expertise. His life is as calm and steady as his defensive style in his youth, quiet but always reassuring to those around him. Antoni Szymanowski, the silent bodyguard. On the right flank of the defense, Antoni Szymanowski, at 27, is a reliable anchor. Not as flashy as attacking stars, Szymanowski plays diligently, intelligently, and with extreme discipline. He is a silent hero, always present in crucial areas to cover for his teammates. His career is closely associated with Wisła Kraków and later Club Brugge in Belgium. After retiring from playing, Szymanowski's life became a series of somber moments, contrasting sharply with his solid performance on the field. He tried his hand at coaching, but didn't achieve much resounding success. His private life was turbulent, marked by financial difficulties. Szymanowski chose a reclusive lifestyle, avoiding the media spotlight. He represents players who dedicated their youth to the national team, but did not receive the recognition they deserved in their old age. Today, at 73, Antoni Szymanowski lives a simple, quiet life in Kraków. He rarely talks about the past, but whenever fans encounter him on the street, they still bow their heads in deep respect to the legendary defender. He is a testament to silent sacrifice, seeking no glory for himself. Jan Tomaszewski, the clever and faulty temple guardian. In goal, Jan Tomaszewski, at 30, remains a name that attracts much attention. The man who once stopped England in 1973 continues to be Argentina's #1 goalkeeper. With his eccentric, sometimes risky but incredibly quick reflexes, Tomaszewski is a major personality in the team. He not only catches the ball, but also controls space and psychologically battles opponents. After leaving the football field, Tomaszewski became a renowned commentator and politician known for his outspokenness. He frequently made shocking statements, directly criticizing younger players in the Football Federation. His bluntness, sometimes harsh, earned him many enemies, but also many admirers. He lived true to his edgy nature, never yielding to public opinion. Now, at 76 years old, Jan Tomaszewski remains a familiar face on Polish television. Despite his graying hair, his fighting spirit has never faded. He is still the genius clown, as the English once called him, but now plays the role of a harsh critic, deeply concerned about the development of Polish football. Andrzej Sarmach, the devil in the penalty box. Andrzej Sarmach, the 27-year-old striker with his long romantic hair and distinctive mustache, was a nightmare for opposing defenders thanks to his aerial ability and positioning. Although he didn't shine as brightly in the 1978 tournament as he did in 1974, Sarmach's class was undeniable. He was a classic, powerful, and decisive center forward. Sarmach's career was closely linked to the French club Auxerre, where he became a legend and mentored Eric Cantona in his early days. Sarmach adapted perfectly to life in France, becoming a renowned coach after his retirement. He lived a peaceful life, away from controversy, and was regarded as an honorary citizen by the people of Auxerre. At 73, Andrzej Sarmach is living a peaceful life in France. He rarely appears in the Polish media, choosing solitude as his source of joy. The image of the fearsome demon in the penalty area from years past has now been replaced by that of a gentle old man enjoying his old age with a glass of wine and fond memories. Henryk Kasperczak, the midfield architect and white wizard. Henryk Kasperczak, 31, is a perpetual motion machine in Poland's midfield. Not only does he possess exceptional physical fitness, but he also has a sharp tactical mind. Kasperczak plays diligently, providing a springboard for attacking stars to shine. After the tournament, he moved to France to play and began a distinguished coaching career. Interestingly, Kasperczak became a white wizard in Africa. He coached a series of national teams such as Ivory Coast, Tunisia, Mali, and Senegal, leaving a strong mark on the continent. He was an adventurous type, embracing challenges in new lands. His coaching career was far more brilliant than many of his contemporaries. Today, at the age of 77, after overcoming several health setbacks, Henryk Kasperczak has retired and lives in France. He is a football sage, a respected mentor around the world. His life has been a long and tireless journey, spreading Polish football knowledge across 5 continents. Jerzy Gorgon, the reclusive blonde giant. Jerzy Gorgon, a tall, 1,92 center-back with golden hair, was a true rock for Poland. At the age of 28, he and Żmuda formed an impenetrable central defensive partnership. Gorgon played calmly, using his physical strength to overpower opponents. After the 1978 World Cup, he moved to Switzerland to play for St. Gallen and remained with the country ever since. Gorgon's life after football is a great mystery. He completely disappeared from the football scene, refusing all interviews and invitations to celebratory events. He chose to work for a supermarket corporation, living the life of an ordinary citizen, cutting off contact with his glorious past. Many say he wanted to forget the pain of his failures, or simply that he found happiness in anonymity, says. At 75, Jerzy Gorgon still lives in seclusion in Switzerland. He is proof that a hero has the right to choose how they are remembered or how they are forgotten in order to find peace of mind. Adam Nowałka, the wanderer who became a captain. At Argentina 78, Adam Nowalka was just a 20-year-old, a young and promising face. He started 5 games, showcasing immense potential. However, injury tragically ended his playing career prematurely. But when one door closes, another opens. Nowalka made a strong comeback as one of the most successful coaches in modern Polish football history, leading the national team to the quarter-finals of Euro 2016. He was renowned for his elegance, poise, and meticulousness. His attire and his touch on the sidelines always exuded sophistication. Nowalka lived 2 full football careers, a young talent plagued by injuries and a brilliant strategist. Today, at 66 years old, Adam Nowalka remains a respected name in the coaching world. He lives an active life, maintaining his physique and demeanor like a gentleman, always ready for new challenges. Włodzimierz Lubański, the legend of self-rediscovery. Włodzimierz Lubański arrived at the 1978 World Cup at the age of 31 as a legend, trying to recapture his former glory. A horrific injury in 1973 had robbed him of his best years, causing him to miss the 1974 World Cup. 1978 was his last attempt. Although no longer as explosive as before, Lubański's class and experience still allowed him to make significant contributions. After the tournament, he became a legend in Lokeren, Belgium, where he settled and lives to this day. Lubański is a true gentleman of the pitch, polite and humble. He works as a player agent and commentator, always maintaining the utmost respect from everyone. At 77, Lubański lives a fulfilling life in Belgium. He is no longer burdened by the pain of his past injury, but looks back on his career with gratitude and pride. He is a symbol of resilience in the face of adversity. Andrzej Iwan, a young talent and the tragedy of his downfall. Andrzej Iwan was the youngest player on the team that year, just 18 years old. He was hailed as a prodigy, the future of Polish football. But Iwan's life turned out to be a painful tragedy of being unable to handle the pressure. After initial successes, Iwan spiraled into alcoholism, gambling, and depression. He attempted suicide several times, but failed. His later autobiography, Spaloni, caused a sensation by brutally exposing the dark side of a star's life: loneliness, despair, and self-destruction. He spent his final years tormented by guilt and struggling with addiction, attempting to rebuild his life as a commentator. But the ghosts of the past never let go. And then, the suffering finally came to an end. On December 27, 2022, Andrzej Iwan passed away at the age of 63. His death served as a poignant warning about the dark side of fame, leaving many in tears of sorrow for a talent consumed by the demons within his soul. Włodzimierz Mazur, the star that faded too soon. Włodzimierz Mazur, the 24-year-old striker, only played 1 match at the 1978 World Cup. However, at the club level, he is a great legend of Zagłębie Sosnowiec. Mazur was a loyal player, deeply attached to his hometown team. He lived a simple life and was loved by his teammates for his sociable personality. But fate was cruel. Just as his career and life were reaching a stable point, tragedy struck. On December 1, 1988, Włodzimierz Mazur died suddenly at the young age of 34. A terrible heart attack claimed the life of this outstanding son of Polish football as he was leaving a grocery store. His untimely death left behind a haunting and immeasurable sense of loss that continues to this day. Zygmunt Kukla, the temple keeper and the tragic fate of the worker. Zygmunt Kukla, a 30-year-old reserve goalkeeper, had the opportunity to start 2 matches at the 1978 World Cup when Tomaszewski was not in top form. He played excellently, especially in the match against Peru. Kukla was a simple, down-to-earth man. After his football career, he did not choose the glamorous path, but returned to work as a factory worker in Milek. He lived the life of a manual laborer, a hard and arduous life, far removed from the image of a World Cup hero. The hardships of life and the toxic work environment took a toll on his health. On May 18, 2016, Zygmunt Kukla passed away at the age of 68 after a long battle with nasopharyngeal cancer. The story of the World Cup goalkeeper who returned to work as a laborer and died from illness is a sad reflection on the impermanence of human life.